Hey everyone, this is Hannah with the Rocket Miner giving you today's news update. Today has been a pretty slow news day overall, so I just want to give a quick update on where things are at with COVID-19 and then just talk a little bit about the crazy winds that we've been having the last few days. So for COVID-19, today in Wyoming, looking at the numbers, we have gone back up over 2,000 active cases in the state of Wyoming. It's been pretty up and down the last couple of days, and as I talked about last time, there was some adjustments in some of the numbers that had been reported, just making sure things were accurate, so that influenced things a little bit. But it's been going up and down a lot lately, but today it did go up again. So today the Wyoming Department of Health reported 345 new confirmed cases since yesterday and 67 new probable cases. But they also reported 223 new recoveries. So all of the numbers together left Wyoming with 2,052 active cases as of today. That is an increase of 189 since yesterday. So that put us back up over 2,000, but as I said, it's been pretty up and down lately, so hopefully it will start going back down again soon. Also, today it was reported that Sweetwater County is at 103 active cases, so still pretty high in our county. As far as the COVID vaccine goes, obviously it's still being administered, still going out through the state and through Sweetwater County as well, but obviously with trying to get that out as quickly as possible, there's a lot of logistical details and things to work through. So today we heard that the Sweetwater County Sheriff's Office is going to be partnering with Sweetwater County Public Health in order to help them with appointment scheduling for the COVID-19 vaccination clinics that they're doing. Lately, public health, trying to get the vaccine out, has been pretty overwhelmed in a lot of ways, but especially with getting lots of phone calls and more phone calls than they can handle of people trying to see if they can get scheduled and trying to work out appointments for the clinics that they're doing. So, knowing that public health needed help with that specifically, the sheriff's office said that they want to have some of their employees help out by answering some of those calls and helping to schedule appointments. And that was just good to hear today, cool to see different organizations in our community working together to help each other out and to help our community out. With the vaccinations right now, remember just that we're still going through phases 1A and 1B. Those are the only phases right now that are open to vaccination. So it's not open to the general public yet. There are specific groups of people who are the ones getting the vaccine right now. So make sure that you look over those groups to see whether or not you qualify, and definitely make sure that you qualify before calling them to try to set up an appointment. That will also help them out. And also with that, remember not to call Memorial Hospital, call Public Health. They're the ones who are scheduling the clinics and the appointments for the vaccinations. So call them, not the hospital. The hospital has a lot of other stuff they're dealing with and doesn't have time to take extra calls that they can't help with. So just to help everyone out, help things go smoothly and be efficient. But it is great to see how our community can come together to get things done like that. So the only other news thing that I wanted to talk about today is not usually news that it's windy in Wyoming. We all know that it's usually windy in Wyoming, but obviously over today and especially yesterday as well, it's been a lot windier than normal, and that was pretty newsworthy on a lot of levels. We still have a special weather statement for Sweetwater County that's in effect for today. That's warning of wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour. Just coming into the office today, I felt like I was about to get blown over. It's definitely really strong out there. And it's been even worse than that for a lot of other areas of Wyoming. Yesterday was especially pretty bad. The high winds did lead to multiple blowovers on the interstate and crashes resulting from that. Interstate 80 was actually closed in both directions for a little bit last night between Rollins and Laramie, and that was due to all the blowovers, especially of semi-trucks, and some of the crashes that resulted, and just the high probability of blowover risk. So it was closed. It's open today, but obviously there's still some concerns with people driving, especially for those light or high-profile vehicles. And the further east you go on the interstate, the worse the wind gets, the worse the chance for snow gets. So anyone who's traveling tonight definitely needs to be aware of that and be extra careful. Last night, reporting some of the windy conditions from yesterday, the National Weather Service Office in Riverton shared a chart of their recorded highs for wind gusts throughout Wyoming yesterday. We shared that on our Facebook page if you want to go look at the specifics. But lots of places across Wyoming had recorded gusts in the 60 to 70 mile per hour range. Several places did get up into the 80 mile per hour gust range as well. Fort Washakie had 86 miles per hour, was one of the highest. But Atlantic City beat out everyone with a recorded 101 mile per hour gust. So obviously super windy, hurricane level winds throughout Wyoming yesterday did cause problems, can be really dangerous, especially for people traveling. Thankfully, it should be dying off now as we get later into tonight and then into tomorrow. Shouldn't have as bad of conditions with the wind. For Sweetwater County, we're supposed to go back to semi-normal. Tomorrow we could still have gusts up to 34 miles per hour. So definitely still windy, but not ridiculous levels of windy like we've been seeing today and yesterday. So that I thought was interesting, just to see how crazy the wind was across the entire state and the effects that it had. Definitely everyone still stays safe out there, especially if you're traveling. But thankfully it should be going back to our more normal levels of windiness tomorrow and the following days. So that was all I had for you today. Thank you for listening. Keep checking with us for more news and updates, and I hope everyone has a good night.